Thank you for being with us because you actually had a chance to try this formula yourself. Ah, you have the final one. How beautiful is that? Oh my gosh.
Very beautiful.
So if you don't mind, I'd like to ask you a few questions. So we just heard from Dima all about why this new C serum is just like a total different level, but I kind of want to take a step back because we hear a lot about vitamin C in skincare, but with you, you've worked years with other people's skin. So why is vitamin C really a non-negotiable in a skincare routine?
Okay. So whenever I'm looking at a product, I'm kind of putting it into one of two categories, either protective or corrective. Protective category is like the obvious sunscreen, right? That's protective. But also kind of our basic bones of a skincare routine. Cleanser. We want to cleanse regularly because that protects us from breakouts or dull looking skin or potential reactions to too much buildup of dirt, grime, the environment, makeup, what have you. Moisturizer, that protects our cells, keeps them healthy, right? Kind of like water, basic nourishment, light protects our body. And then there's corrective, which correctives is the fun stuff. It's what people want to reach to say, fix this wrinkle, fix this dry patch, fix this irritation. But if we don't have the protective in place, those corrective, they're not going to be able to correct. Okay. And so think of correctives like retinol or peels, things that are very active. They're making active change to something in our skin, something we want to address. Vitamin C is both. Vitamin C is a protective category and corrective category, partly because it's corrective in that when you use something that is corrective for long enough, it turns into protective. If we went from using nothing, having no skincare routine, to just a cleanser, a moisturizer, and a sunscreen, in like 2 years, you would look incredible compared to how we started. Right? Maybe not as incredible as somebody who's doing all the actives as well, but when taking care of yourself, you improve, right? So you're protecting, that turns into correcting. Then when we add actives, you're going to amplify the results. You're going to see results quicker. The way that vitamin C protects is it's an antioxidant. We all know that antioxidants are important, but I don't think we all necessarily know why. And honestly, I knew it was important long before I was in the skincare industry, like pomegranate juice. Oh, you're supposed to have it. I didn't understand why until I attended a skincare training and they broke it down in layman's terms because I was like, free radicals, molecules. I'm not a scientist. But think of free radicals. Those are bad. Okay. They're floating around, whether it's internally, externally, they can grasp onto our cell and cause cell mutations. Free radicals equals damaging something in our body, in our cell. What an antioxidant does, think of it as a shield. So that free radical cannot grasp on to this little cell that I'm protecting back here because this is my vitamin C. It's like it's bouncing off. It's neutralizing it. Bzz, gone. That free radical, donezo. It's not going to hurt my cell. So when we have that topically on our skin, those free radicals, they can't cause damage. Damage can look like it slows down our collagen production, a wrinkle, a age spot. Maybe it just changes kind of the melanin production because it's not functioning right. It actually changes our DNA. And so at least the least damage is that our skin looks a little bit older, a little bit faster. Wrinkles, age spots, it can turn into a spot. But when we're thinking of basic health, right? Protective is protecting our basic health. We want to prevent versus have to treat, right? When you're thinking of sicknesses, illnesses, damage. Maybe it's just a little tiny age spot, which when we're younger, they're cute freckles. But as we get older, it's like those freckles melt, right? And that's kind of what it looks like. But that's not hurting our skin. But if that spot keeps growing and keeps getting damaged, that could turn into a tumor. That could turn into skin cancer, right? There's lots of things that growths, when left unaddressed, can progress to. That's not good for our overall health or beauty or glowiness factor, okay? So free radicals, bad. Antioxidants, good. Cheers. Vitamin C is a great antioxidant because it not only does it protect, but it's also linked to stimulating collagen production. So now we're protecting the damage from affecting us and giving our cells this nice, healthy environment to thrive faster. We're also giving it the vitamins to grow. Okay. So like, think of like a kid. We're not letting the kid break the bone, but we're also giving them calcium to make the bone stronger. Okay. So like, so we're making it stronger and protecting it at the same time. So corrective and preventative in the same bottle is really rare, Usually you have to sacrifice. If you're thinking of a peel or a retinol, all of these do different things, but it's actively correcting something. But there might be side effects. We might be red or irritated or inflamed during the transition. This is both because it's loving on our skin and protecting our skin. Okay. So that's what, like, you have to have a vitamin C. Our males that don't, my dad jokes all the time, like, well, you know, I'm so handsome, I don't need any of your beauty products. And I'm like, but this helps you have less of those like benign cancers removed. This slows down the production of that. So this is not just an aesthetically foo-foo product for beautifying. It really is for the health of your skin. And it also, think of it as like a power punch for your sunscreen. You don't want to use this instead of sunscreen, but our sunscreen is so important to protect. This is just giving it back up in a different way.
I love that backup. I used to think of vitamin C and sunscreen as kind of like Oprah and Gail, like they just go together. Think of them.
They go together. Yes.
So I love that. Everyone's like, such great information. The analogies are golden. Let me ask you this. I'm sure you have tried many vitamin C's in your experience, in your time. So talk to us about how you see this vitamin C as something different. How does this formula really stand out when you think of formulation, the delivery, the results you're going to see? Tell us what you think.
Okay. So
I'm
going to pretty much, as you can tell, like any vitamin C, as long as there's not health offending ingredients with it, but not all vitamin C products are created equal. You'll see the words brightening and with vitamin C and all kinds of things, from like Jergens body lotion to like the fanciest serums. Okay. But just because it says vitamin C on there does not mean that it's penetrating. You heard Dima, 3 forms of vitamin C. This is really unique in the industry. Typically, a brand will pick one because it's expensive to use 3. Like the higher quality, cleaner, more effective ingredients you have, the harder it is to formulate it in a stable way, to make them all penetrate the same way. I'm not the scientist chemist in the background to understand how they did it, but I'm really impressed that they did. So I've seen powder forms, I've seen liquid forms, I've seen gel forms. I haven't seen it go in all of the water soluble, all of this way. So again, protecting and correcting. If you have an oil vitamin C, that's going to only get to a certain layer of the skin. If you have a powder, that's only going to get to a certain layer of the skin. This is able to penetrate multiple layers, protecting at multiple layers, because free radicals are coming internally and externally. Okay, it's like it's a double attack. But this is giving us like the trifecta of protection for one. So that's really, really unique. Also, it being in a glass container. I know that's not formula related, but this is big. This is really big because vitamin C is a very, very unstable thing. So I kind of think of there's a gold standard vitamin C. I won't name brands, but that like all the med spas have. It comes in a dropper, and vitamin C, you want it exposed to air as minimally as possible. So that's one reason why we like the capsules, right? They're self-contained, they're not exposed to air. But most vitamin C's you see in the dropper, because I think it's satisfying, that feels all scientisty. Okay, I'm going to drop it and spurt. But every time they open it, it's losing effectiveness. So it can claim 20%, 30%, whatever percentage. It is not that strong as you move forward. Maybe it's that strong the day you bought it, but not as you use it. This we're pumping out, so it's staying stable, but the actual form, it's like a gel-like consistency. So it's not liquid, it's not lotion, it's kind of in between. It's its own, like I want to give you guys, I wish I could give you the tactile satisfaction, but it's a light gel type formula, okay? So stability is incredibly important. Also, it has niacinamide in it. Niacinamide is a very hot ingredient. It has been for like the last 5 years because it is benefiting multiple things. So we really want to reduce, if you're Vivix fans, you know, inflammation, right? Wow, we don't want inflammation internally. It leads to health problems, beauty problems. Same with externally. I have people that are like, I'm so sensitive. I'm like, no, you're not. You're reactive. Your skin is just, it's inflamed temporarily. It doesn't mean you can't use a product. It means your skin is like, whoo, it's spicy. This does not feel spicy. The niacinamide reduces inflammation like upon contact, and so does turmeric, you guys. So we have niacinamide and turmeric. The other thing with niacinamide is it helps with your barrier. So it helps you have a stronger lipid barrier on your skin, which you might hear of like ceramide creams, kind of similar. I hope nobody here loves Vaseline because I'm gonna trash it. Vaseline, right? People, they want a slug. Oh, Vaseline's so moisturizing. People have a misconception of Vaseline. The only thing Vaseline does, there's not a single ingredient in there adding benefit or hydration to our skin, but it creates a barrier mimicking a lipid barrier protection so that your hydration cannot go out of your skin. You're not going to lose water from your skin. So we wake up thinking we're hydrated. No, we just didn't lose our own hydration. There's nothing has been added to the skin. But with this, we're adding beautiful, yummy ingredients while also protecting our own hydration and water from not losing. So it ends up seeming like it's hydrating. But there's also hyaluronic acid in here, so it is hydrating. It's keeping that hyaluronic acid in, not letting it go out. My gosh, the list goes on and on. It's bright orange. Okay, this is like some psychology. Maybe or maybe not. Is it actually brightening the skin? I know we're claiming it's actually immediately brightening, but the joy to have a morning product, first of all, just this little orange line, it's nice. It's a differentiator. It's memorable. You grab it, but having that orange, I can't wait for you guys to smell it because it's just this very light. It's like an orange blossom. Like I live in California, so and in Agland, when it's orange season, you just smell this light area of the orange blossom flowers on the tree. That's what this smells like. But it's energizing. It's memorable. You're creating an experience. And that orange, I don't know if it's subconscious, but it gives you the satisfaction of instant brightening. So it encourages you to keep using it. It's just, there's so many pluses to this formula. I can't.
I love that. And 100%, everything you're saying is true.